The National Treasure franchise follows the adventures of Benjamin Franklin Gates, who's interested in solving mysteries and finding treasure. So far, there have been just 2 parts of the franchise, which were both well received, but ever since then, audiences have been waiting for the continuation of the series. In today's video, we'll talk about the star from the National Treasure series responding to the chance of a Nicolas Cage appearance, starting off with what Antonio Cipriano thinks about Nick Cage's return to National Treasure. Cipriano, who can be seen in Disney Plus' latest series, National Treasure: Edge of History, has expressed his desire to see Nicolas Cage return to this new installment of the National Treasure franchise. He also mentioned that a few of the other characters, some of which are fan favorites from the National Treasure and National Treasure 2 Book of Secret films, will be making a return to the series. The story may have changed since 2007, especially since it now follows a group of younger treasure hunters as they set their foot out for new adventures. But holding on to the connection to what was is a really nice touch, and to be able to see older characters adding some sort of value while not holding the center stage would be nostalgic, as well as act as a bridge between the new and old. While it may not have been confirmed that Cage is making a comeback, Cipriano has still hinted at the possibility of that happening. It could very well be said that he knows something we don't by the way he showed his excitement for the potential inclusion of the iconic actor in the project. Following up, so who's really returning in National Treasure: Edge of History? Looking away from Nick Cage, we'll be surprised to find out that several key characters have made a return from National Treasure and National Treasure 2. For starters, FBI agent Sadusky has come back. Sadusky was initially skeptical of Benjamin Gates and his quest to find the lost treasure, but gradually started to respect and trust him, going above and beyond to then actually help him in his quest. And not just him, we also get to see Riley Poole once again on the screen, played by Justin Bartha. Poole was a friend and treasure-finding partner of Ben Gates. Poole is depicted as being a computer expert and is instrumental in helping Gates decode clues and solve puzzles related to the treasure hunt. Much like Sadusky, Poole too is skeptical of Gates' theories, but then joins hands with them to solve the mysteries. While we will see both of these important characters make a return, the absence of Cage will obviously be felt, since it's his connection with both of them that put value in their individual presence. In an interview, Cipriano did explain how Cage's character plays an important role in the first season, while also explaining how he would love to have him back. Maybe for the second season? We can only wish. Coming up, how can Nicolas Cage make an appearance in the show and join the hunt in season 2? As we discussed earlier, even with his absence, Cage's character Benjamin Franklin Gates is still a significant figure in the world of the show. Both Agent Sadusky and Riley Poole, who have roles in the series, will help to keep the presence of Ben Gates felt throughout. Sadusky is the one who starts Jess, Lizette Oliveira, on the treasure hunt, and Riley Poole could provide fans with clues about how Ben Gates might make his much anticipated return. But the most satisfying thing to do would be to continue the story of the films in the series. How, you ask? Let us explain. In the first film, Ben is in search of a lost treasure that's been a myth in his family for generations. But in part 2, there's a mystery that remained unsolved. It happened in the middle of the movie, so nobody gave much importance to it back then, but later on realized that it remained unanswered until the very end of the movie. Fans have been eager for answers to the mystery for many years, and it's the perfect way to set up our beloved character's return in National Treasure: Edge of History. Not just that, it could then further solve the mystery of Page 47, and if Ben does appear in a potential second season before returning in National Treasure 3, he could bring Riley back into the treasure hunting team after finally solving the puzzle. Now, let's talk about everything we know about National Treasure 3, starting off with how Book of Secrets set up the third film in 2007. You might be wondering what mystery we've been talking about, so here's a sneak peek. In National Treasure: Book of Secrets, Ben kidnaps the President of the United States in order to obtain information about the mysterious Book of Secrets. Gates is on a quest to find the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, and he believes that the Book of Secrets holds clues that will help him in his search. When he confronts the President, Greenwood confirms that the book does exist and provides Gates with some clues about its location. However, he also tells Gates to check out Page 47, which is a cryptic and enigmatic instruction that is not explained further. The mystery is not addressed again until the end of the film, when Gates has successfully found the treasure and is reporting back to the President. At this point, the President asks him if he looked at Page 47, and Gates confirms that he did. He goes on to say that the information on the page was life-altering, but he doesn't elaborate on what that means. This revelation leaves both fans and Gates' colleagues, Riley Poole and Abigail Chase, intrigued and wondering what could be on the mysterious Page 47. Is it a clue to an even greater treasure, a secret that could change the course of history? The film doesn't provide any answers, leaving the mystery of Page 47 open for interpretation and speculation. Let's now see why everyone is equally equally confused. We are as confused as you are as to why it was never revealed what was on page 47 if another part was not supposed to be made. It was a clear setup for a third National Treasure film that would reveal the mysterious and life-altering info on page 47, but the film has yet to be made. The reasons for this are largely unknown, as there has been little information or explanation provided about why the franchise has not been continued. Both National Treasure films were successful at the box office and had a dedicated fan base, particularly among younger audiences. The films offered a more family-friendly alternative to the Indiana Jones franchise and were produced by Disney. However, despite their popularity, the National Treasure films received mixed reviews from critics, which may have played a role in the decision not to continue the series. What's more is the fact that both Jon Turteltaub and Disney were ready for National Treasure 3 after the release of National Treasure 2: Book of Secrets. The creators of the film indicated that they were planning to make a third installment in the franchise. In a 2008 interview, the director and producer of the first two films, Jon Turteltaub, stated that work on a third film was already underway and that the team was taking its time to ensure that the story was done correctly. Disney also registered the franchise's intellectual property domain, suggesting that the company was considering making not just a third, but possibly even a fourth film. However, as the 2010s progressed, the development of the project appeared to slow down. Turteltaub said in 2013 that he expected production on the third film to begin within the next couple of years, but by 2014, the franchise's producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, stated that a new team was working on the script. In 2016, Nicolas Cage revealed that the script was still being written and fact-checked for historical accuracy. In 2018, Turteltaub said that the finished versions of the script had been written, but Disney was not yet satisfied with them and had concerns about the film's potential to make money. And you know what? It now feels like it was all cover-ups for something that had been unofficially canceled by the creators, who didn't want to say it out loud. At least that's what it looks like to someone from the outside. Following up, Disney's plans in the past versus the present. There have been various updates and revisions to the creation of a third National Treasure picture throughout the last decade. It was revealed in early 2020 that Chris Bremner would be the project's new screenplay and that Jerry Bruckheimer would continue to produce the picture. However, the COVID-19 epidemic and its influence on the film business may have caused further delays in production. When questioned about a third film in a Reddit AMA thread in April 2022, Nicolas Cage said, "No, the priority was to convert it into a TV show, so I would say probably not." It's unclear whether this was a real remark or whether Cage was being coy to protect the project. Regardless, a third National Treasure picture is more doubtful, as the series has suffered several production hurdles since 2007. The popularity of the National Treasure films in the past might be attributed to the fact that adventure films were popular at the time, and Disney was able to distribute them in theaters alongside successful series such as The Chronicles of Narnia and Pirates of the Caribbean. Today, Disney may be more focused on releasing blockbuster pictures in theaters, such as those in the Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar brands, while reserving Disney Plus for less financially risky ventures. And finally, if anything, National Treasure: Edge of History could help set up more National Treasure films. Given that we already have some of the characters from the original movies in the show, there's a fresh hope that more ties to the National Treasure films will be established going forward in the series. We can also not just throw away the possibility of Cage returning as Ben, since no one has made an official statement on that yet. Despite the possibility of waning interest in the franchise over the years, National Treasure 3 has the potential to be a legacy sequel that brings together fans of the early 2000s films with newer viewers introduced to the franchise through Disney Plus. And with that, that's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Nicolas Cage returning with National Treasure projects in the future? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.